Hi, I'm Reverend Janée, and I, along with all of you, that send a warm hello and a big virtual hug. I wanted to talk to you today about building your own personal altar. Building our own altar can be a way of setting sacred space no matter where we are. When we were gathering in person, we built an altar every Sunday. It was a way of setting our intention for our Sunday lesson. And in unity, we believe that what you focus on expands. So as each of you would come to our altar in love, our love would expand for our Sunday lesson. And the same is true for your altar. The difference is, your altar is going to be all about you and should include all the things that you love. When we place things that we love on the altar, each time that we look at them, that love within our heart comes into the present moment. And that's really what Jesus was referring to when he said bringing heaven to earth, or creating heaven on earth. It's when we're totally aware of our love in the moment. And so I'm going to build an altar today. I'm going to use this little table so that you can see it a little better. You can build your altar anywhere that it works for you. On the floor, on your dresser, on a little table, outside. My grandkids have little fairy villages outside, and I'm telling you, those are some loving altars. So whatever it is that works for you. So I'm going to start with a little altar cloth. And this is an altar cloth that I got when I was in Peru. And it was hand-stitched by the Shipibo tribe. And it's very, very near and dear to my heart. So I'm going to start with that. You don't have to have an altar cloth. It's really up to you. You can use a scarf or a towel or nothing at all. Whatever you like. So I'm going to place some items on the altar today that are really to remind me of my connection to nature. I love being in nature, and I love being at the ocean. And the first thing that I'm going to place on the altar, though, is what we always start with, which is our Christ light. And our Christ light is really, on Sundays anyway, the center of our altar, because it reminds us of the love within each one of us, the love within our own heart, and the love within all of the hearts of our brothers and sisters. And we're connected through this light, through this love. So as I was saying, I'm going to put some things on the altar that show my love for nature. And I'm going to start with this beautiful abalone shell that I got from the ocean in Northern California. And it's really a beautiful color. It reminds me of the sound of the ocean. And I'm going to place that right here. And I'm also going to place this little heart rock that I found when I was hiking and was led to bring home. I'm going to place that on the altar. These are all things that I love. And then I'm going to place these 3 heart carvings that I whittled out of driftwood. And I have to admit that when I found them, they looked a little bit like hearts to begin with, but I did the final whittling. And if you can't tell, I love hearts. They remind me of love just by looking at them, and especially these. And the last thing I'm going to place on the altar is this little teddy bear. You may have a stuffed animal that you love. This little bear was given to my mom a couple of years ago by a friend of hers. And my mom held it often and was comforted by it often and poured her love into it. And my mom passed away a couple of months ago. And so every time I look at this bear, my heart is filled with love, and I think about my mom. And like I said, your altar is going to include all of those things that you love. Maybe it's gaming, or a toy, or a book, or a poem, or a drawing. whatever it is that you love, this is your altar, and this is your place of peace. So, whatever brings you love, I'd love to see what you build. And you could post your pictures to our Friends of Spiritual Life Center Facebook page, or you can attach them to an email and send them to us at youthed@slcworld.org. We'd love to hear from you, and we can't wait to see you. All our love. Bye-bye.